Welcome everyone to our discussion. Today we're diving into this intriguing topic on a ground-powered generator system that's been stirring some buzz online.
Absolutely, it's an interesting concept, using natural earth energy to power your home through a DIY approach.
Right, so the system basically claims to let you harness electricity directly from the earth, sort of like a modern twist on an old 19th century earth battery.
Yep, exactly. They use two dissimilar metals buried in moist soil to set off an electrochemical reaction. It's like nature's little battery experiment, right?
Yep. The guide, created by folks under the names Joseph Wilkinson or Kevin Wilson, promises step-by-step instructions, videos, diagrams, all that, to build your own energy generator.
Now, isn't it fascinating how they present it as a way to potentially cut down on or even eliminate those pesky electricity bills? But I do wonder if it lives up to that promise.
Well, that's where the science meets marketing. The concept behind it is real. You bury electrodes, and the moisture and minerals let you generate, small amounts of DC voltage.
Yeah, got it. But in practice, this doesn't really scale up enough to run, say, your refrigerator, does it?
Right, exactly. It's like trying to charge a smartphone with a matchstick spark. It's a fun experiment, but falls short for heavy household appliances.
So while it's an interesting project, kind of educational, I'd say, it's not a home electricity revolution. Using the system might reduce dependence on the grid on a very small scale, perhaps for, low-power gadgets.
Exactly. The product highlights a few compelling advantages, though. For instance, it's designed to be beginner-friendly. You get an ebook, video tutorials, detailed diagrams, everything you need to get started.
Yeah. And at a price of around $29 to $47, it sounds affordable compared to investing in solar panels or other renewable tech, right?
True, the low entry cost is appealing. Plus, there's that 60-day money-back guarantee, which from a buyer's standpoint lowers the risk quite a bit.
Yep. However, person one, don't you think the promotional material might be overstating its power? I mean, they even hint at powering your whole home. But realistically, the scientific principle here only offers millivolt outputs.
Absolutely, and that's a good, fair critique. While the idea gives off this innovative vibe, the actual energy output is, extremely limited. Think of it like a cool science fair project rather than a reliable energy source for heavy-duty appliances.
And let's be clear, even connecting the output to your home system would require additional hardware, like expensive inverters to change DC to AC.
Exactly, so it's not going to suddenly replace your entire grid supply. The benefits lean more toward energy education and a bit of emergency backup in, say, off-grid cabins or for prepping enthusiasts.
Yeah, I can see that appeal. For someone curious about renewable energy or a DIY tinkerer, it's an accessible way to learn about earth batteries and basic electrical concepts, all while indulging in a sustainable energy idea.
Precisely. And interestingly, the installation instructions cover everything from choosing the right soil, you need that moist, mineral-rich earth, to the proper positioning of those electrodes. It's almost like setting the stage for a small energy performance.
Right. But here's where I get a bit skeptical. Even if you follow the instructions meticulously, the output remains minuscule. The promotional imagery tends to blur the lines between a legitimate DIY project and, well, exaggerated marketing claims.
Yep, there's definitely an element of hype here. The system boasts about reducing monthly bills dramatically, but the technical limitations mean you're unlikely to see any significant savings.
Exactly. It's almost like saying, hey, try this cool experiment and feel like a renewable energy pioneer, rather than offering a genuine alternative to solar or wind power.
Indeed. Moreover, the system's effectiveness is heavily dependent on soil conditions, moisture levels, mineral content, even ambient temperatures. So if you're in a dry area or a place with poor soil conductivity, you'll get even less power out of it.
That's a pretty important factor. Right. And this raises another important point. Despite being easy to set up, its performance is unpredictable. On a windy day or in the summer, your results might be completely different from those in the cooler, wetter months.
Exactly. So consistency is a real challenge here. And while the idea of energy independence and security is compelling, the actual numbers just don't add up for it to be considered a dependable power source.
So, what would you say is the ideal audience for this product? I mean, if you're looking to cut your grid reliance by 90%, maybe this isn't your go-to, right?
That's spot on. This is more tailored for DIY enthusiasts, curious experimenters, and, the occasional preppers who want a backup system that educates them about fundamental energy concepts.
Right, exactly. And not just the power aspect, but learning about the principles of alternative energy, like how dissimilar metal electrodes work in the soil and how that generates electricity.
Right, it introduces you to basic renewable energy thought processes, which is great for fostering a deeper interest in more viable solutions later on, like solar or wind. But it's definitely not a silver bullet against high utility bills.
Yep, that's a key point. There's also the angle of energy security during uncertain times. With concerns about grid failures or natural disasters, having any form of backup might provide a sense of preparedness and self-sufficiency, even if it's minimal.
Exactly. And the guide also mentions its quiet operation. No noisy generators here. So for those living in close-knit neighborhoods, the silent functioning is a plus.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I have to wonder, does the guide address the aspect of safety and integration with existing electrical systems? It seems like connecting such a DIY setup with home wiring might be a bit risky.
That's a really good point. While the guide provides detailed wiring diagrams and material lists, it does assume that the user has a basic understanding of electrical safety. The recommended approach is not to power heavy appliances directly, but rather to sort of supplement by powering small electronics or as an educational project.
Yeah, and that might be a bit misleading if someone's expecting a full substitute for their primary power supply.
Exactly. And that's where the 60-day refund guarantee comes into play. It affords buyers the chance to try it risk-free. And if they find that the output is far below expectations, they can, get their money back.
Right, that's a decent safety net. And speaking of refunds, the product also mentions customer support details. They offer email support, which is supposed to respond within 24 to 48 hours. That's a helpful detail for those who might run into trouble during installation.
Correct, but one area of caution is the unclear identity of the creators. The use of pen names like Joseph Wilkinson or Kevin Wilson might raise some eyebrows for potential buyers wanting to verify the credentials behind the system.
Yeah, that's a bit of a red flag. So in sum, while the ground power generator system is not a scam outright, it delivers a DIY guide and some educational value. Its claims about powering an entire home are scientifically unsound.
Exactly. It's more of an experiment in harnessing natural energy rather than a complete household power solution. For the savvy DIYer with a taste for renewable energy experiments, it could be a worthwhile project.
Absolutely. And for anyone expecting a reliable replacement for traditional power sources, it's best approached with realistic expectations.
Right, it's like taking a fun detour into the world of alternative energy experiments. Engaging, educational, but not something to bank on for cutting down your electric bills entirely.
Yeah, that's a nice summary. So if you're someone who's curious about renewable energy basics and enjoys DIY projects, this might be right up your alley, as long as you don't expect miracles in energy output.
Absolutely. It's a great way to get your hands dirty, learn some science, and maybe spark a deeper interest in more robust renewable energy solutions.
Right on. And with the price point being so low and the refund policy solid, it's essentially a low-risk educational venture.
Precisely. If you're experimenting, enjoy the challenge, and are okay with the limitations, go ahead and try it. But for now, for reliable power, stick to the proven tech like solar panels, unless you're in it just for the fun of learning.
Yep, I agree completely. So our takeaway is that while the ground power generator system is grounded in legitimate science, its practical applications are, well, very limited. It's a cool experiment with some real educational value, but not a game changer for household energy needs.
Right, it's like a stepping stone, a project that might inspire you to explore further in the realm of renewable energy, but not something to crown as your home's main power source.
Exactly. All right, folks, this wraps up our talk about harnessing Earth energy through DIY projects. Whether you're in it for the science or the mere thrill of DIY, it's a neat idea that teaches you a lot, even if it doesn't revolutionize your energy bills.
Thanks for tuning into this discussion. Hope it gave you some food for thought on the possibilities and limitations of harnessing the Earth's energy.
Indeed, thanks for listening.